Okay, welcome to my channel. Good day, everyone. This video is all about analyzing the previous this last matches that were played on Premier League. And with this as I'm analyzing it, I'm also predicting how this last game can affect the next games that is coming up from the 18th. So now we all know that Burnley and Man City has played. Burnley tried to impress. Burnley tried to impress in this match. I've watched it. I will tell you, I watched almost all the matches here. Burnley tried to impress, and you can see they have some skills, but individually they lack the experience. They don't like the same thing that was happening in their league. I would say Burnley was lucky to win that the Division 2 series of the distance, but they don't score so many goals, and that's where I wanted them to correct. And since they don't score so many goals, they don't try to score goals like Man City. How do you expect Burnley to win Man City? No, it's not possible. Man City has everything. They have the key. They have a very good coach. They have a very experienced player. So I knew that when I was watching the match, I saw Burnley. But how would this affect their next game? For example, Burnley will be meeting Aston Villa, and we all know that Aston Villa is a goal machine. They score goals. Emirates is doing well there, so Burnley don't score too many goals. Maybe Burnley and Aston Villa they might surprise, but based on what the match was with Man City, I would say they did their best. But now when you are using that match to equate this, how do you see it? I see that Aston Villa is not Man City. Man City is a little bit better than is better than Aston Villa, but I see that is a 60-40 here, because Aston Villa don't joke at all. So in this case, what would you play in this game? Since we know that Aston Villa scores so many goals, so Aston Villa is good at scoring goal, and Burnley is not that good at scoring goal. So what do you do? So for me, handicap matches will be will sell here a little bit. You can give Burnley 3 if you want. Okay, you can give Burnley 3 if you want. You can say okay, draw or over 2.5, because I'm expecting goals to reign here. Also, you can say over 1.5, depending. Over 1.5. Don't just say over 2.5. It will be risky. Then you can go to specials on this thing. You can go to specials and play your game. Come here and choose the game. Okay, and choose your game. You can come here, but under 2.5 in this game can be dicey, can be risky, because I expect Aston Villa to score at least one goal. So which means if you go to half, you can just give Aston Villa or goal. Sorry, if you go to goals, you can just give Aston Villa away 0.5. That is it. You can give Aston Villa away 0.5, because I'm expecting Aston Villa to score goal in this match. Since Burnley is at home, I'm also expecting Burnley to score goal in this match, even though they don't normally score goal. So that's why I put it is that you play over 1.5, draw over 2.5. You can easily say you can even say Burnley or over 2.5, or you can say Burnley to win over 2.5. You can say Aston Villa to win over 2.5, something like that. These are the things that can click in this game. Now, if you want to play home over 0.5, it's also good. I think that is where I will look at and say okay, Burnley has arrived. So Man City, on the other hand, with Newcastle, we all know Newcastle played against Brentford. You know how I'm sorry, not Brentford, Newcastle. They were playing. No. Newcastle have not. Newcastle played against. Okay, sorry. Newcastle played against Aston Villa. That was in the. Yeah, they played against. Okay, that was the match. This match was something else. 5-1. That was a thrashing of the day. I didn't know that Aston Villa would have fallen so badly like that. It was really a thing to watch. the match, even though I did not watch the whole of it, but they asked Newcastle. That's why I told you in my previous game before that Newcastle has come to stay. These guys are hot. These guys are hot. They will impress. They will do everything in their power to do well in this Premier League. So since from this, we all know that from there, the percentages, the possessions are equal. Just that the difference there is the goal they scored. The goal they scored. That's the difference there. You see? That's the difference there. That's the goal they scored. You know, they are style every other thing. So in this case, how will you equate in this case, how will you equate the next how will you check the next match between Man City and Newcastle? In this case, it's gonna be dicey. Now, I wouldn't want you to go outrightly to say Man City will gonna win this game. No, I wouldn't want you to go outrightly and say Man City. You can just put it Man City to win or to draw. Okay, you can just put it Man City to win or to draw in this game. You can as well put it over 1.5. You can as well put it Man City to win or over 2.5. Okay, that's it. Man City to win over 2.5. These are the places you can go. You can still take the bigger risk. You can still take a risk and come here if you want to take a risk and say Newcastle is gonna score goal here. Give them over 0.5. You can just take that risk. We all know that their last Premiership, they don't normally do well with bigger teams. They slide it, but I don't know whether this period will be different. Okay, then you can still say okay, just if you want to take a risk, you just put it Newcastle. It's likely that Newcastle will score goal against Man City in this match. It's likely. So, but to play safe, you expected to play. What do you expect to play? You play safe. You go to specials and play it over, because these days Premiership do score goals. But if you're afraid of over 2.5, you can just come and say over 1.5, or you can say over 1. It's gonna be a very tough match. But I prefer you go to specials. Man City over 2.5, draw over 2.5. Man City to win or draw. Okay, Man City to win or draw. Don't go outrightly. Just give Man City 0.5 or give Newcastle 0.5 if you want to take a bigger risk. Okay, if you want to take another risk, you can still say Newcastle or draw. But man, that one is very dicey. So on the other hand, it's very dicey. So let's continue. Now. The other one, that is Arsenal and Nottingham Forest. And that's in this game, Arsenal played a very nice game. This game, in the first half, they were playing them, Nottingham Forest. They gave them some, they taught them how football used to have to be. Then the second half, I think one change triggered the whole thing. That change made Tottenham to stay alive and start triggering to score and equalize. They scored and they wanted to equalize. But I can say that Nottingham Forest in that match had so many lapses in that match. So I wouldn't bank on Nottingham Forest to do excellently very well the next match based on what I saw in between them and Arsenal. But in as much as Arsenal is Baba, they are too much. But I did when you watch Wolves versus Manchester United, for example, you can see that Wolves they were determined to win that match. In fact, I can say that Wolves played Manchester United. They outplayed them, because based on Manchester United, the only thing that was saving Manchester United is the few experiences and of the players and the coach enablement. But if you look at Wolves, they were eager to win that. They have their individual talents. Those individual guys were too good, but it's not. You can have the talent, you can have the gift, you can have the skills, but implementing that skills is another thing. That's where the experience comes in. Had he been their coach, have the ability to have what it takes. Has he been their coach is good. Had he been good, has that tactical mentality, they would have won Man U in this match. So when you talk about comparing Wolves to when you compare Wolves to Nottingham Forest, you know there's a big difference. So in this case, let's watch the next game they'll be playing. Now, Arsenal will be meeting Fulham, and Fulham on the other hand played against against Everton. Everton outplayed Fulham. In fact, I would tell you that Everton did very well against Fulham. It was just like a lock, you know. So with that, what will you say? I would say that Fulham is not Fulham we used to know. They really came down a little bit, you know. So in this case, I prefer Arsenal to win this game. I prefer Arsenal have to win this game based on what. So if you play Arsenal to win outrightly, you are not wrong. You know, sometimes the games can be tricky, but you're not wrong. Understand? If you want to play it draw or over 2.5, you're also okay. If you want to play it over 1.5, you're also okay. Then I prefer you to go to the corners. You know, corners is weird because I found out that corners Premiership there are more corners are being played this time around. You can so go to corners. I see more corners in this game. Okay. Also, Arsenal or Arsenal or draw is okay. Over 1.5 is okay. In this game, the highest that can happen in this game is 2-1, 2-2. So under 4.5 can be real. Can play it under 4.5. Between Arsenal and Fulham. Then on the other hand, Nottingham Forest, who are they playing with? Nottingham Forest is playing with Manchester United. That's why I compared Wolves to them. Wolves did excellently well against Manchester United. Can Tottenham do the same thing against Manchester United? I doubt that. I'm giving this game to Manchester United based on they have excellent coach. Their coach. I'm giving this game to Manchester United because based on them, they are winning this game. Plus Nottingham Forest. Okay, Nottingham Forest might keep a surprise. They might do well. But I think between Nottingham Forest and Arsenal, had it been that Awoniyi came in from the first half, I think that would have changed the game. I'm expecting this game, Awoniyi will start in this game against Manchester United. That will have a good, clause to it. And Manchester United has experience, no doubt. They have a very good coach. So I expect Manchester United to win this game, or you say Manchester United or draw. Or you can just don't play over 2.5 in this game. Even over 1.5 can be dicey, but you can just close your eyes and play 1.5 in this game. And anything over 2.5, I prefer you go to corners because Manchester United play more corners these days than ever. So go to corners. I prefer you go to corners in this game over 7.5 is okay. Now, Arsenal, Sheffield, and Crystal Palace. I watched the match. And I can tell you that Crystal Palace did excellently very well. Man, Hodgson is good. They did good. They played maturely. Sheffield United still played like amateur. They didn't give me what I expected them to do. But in this case, when you compare it, now when you say Sheffield United in the next game, who are they meeting? Man City. Man, you know what it is. You know what it is. Definitely, I feel that this game, you can just play it over 2.5 if you like. You can just say Man City to win. Or draw. You can also attract Man City to win, so over 1.5, over 2.5, and go to the corners as well. You can say over 7.5 in the corners. So booking as well, because Sheffield United, they too like rough. They like playing rough too much. You can say bookings over 2.5 in the bookings, can go in this game. So that's it. So who are Crystal Palace? Who are they playing with? Crystal Palace is playing with Brentford. You know how Brentford is. Brentford is good in scoring goals. So in this game, I would want you to go to. You can just go to draw or over 2.5, or go to specials and say you can go to specials. Based on your specials, you can say Brentford to win or over 2.5, or you can say over 1.5. Then under handicap, because Brentford is at home, you can still choose Crystal Palace under handicap. Give Crystal Palace a 3 here is still okay. Give Crystal Palace a 3 here is still okay. Okay, so Brentford is good. I wouldn't say that Crystal Palace will win outrightly. Neither will I say that Brentford will win outrightly. So you can just. What am I doing? Is it? Where is Crystal Palace? Who is Crystal Palace? No, 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 not there. Crystal Palace. Okay, sorry. Okay. Crystal Palace and Arsenal. Sorry, it's Crystal Palace and Arsenal, not Brentford. Sorry, Crystal Palace is playing Arsenal. Okay, that will be on the 21st. That will be on the 21st. So which Crystal Palace is meeting Arsenal on the 21st. Okay, that was my mistake. Okay, this is Brentford Crystal Palace. This one is on the 26th. Sorry. So Crystal Palace will be meeting Arsenal. That's okay on the 21st. Okay. Um, let's go to Bournemouth and West Ham. Bournemouth and West Ham in this game. West Ham did not improve, did not do well. Bournemouth has played them, and based on that, who are West Ham meeting next? West Ham is meeting. Bournemouth is meeting Liverpool next, and we know that Liverpool did well against Chelsea. I expect Liverpool to win this game, or draw, but over 2.5 can happen in this game. Over 1.5 can happen in this game also. Bournemouth, on the other hand, I expect them to score at least one goal in this match. I expect them to make at most one goal in this match. Liverpool at least one goal in this match. So that's it. Then you talk about Brighton Luton. We know how Brighton plays. Brighton is a superpower. They score so many goals. And who are they meeting? They're meeting Wolves. It's gonna be a cracker because based on Wolves' last match against Manchester United, this is gonna be a cracker. So you can put here corner kick over 7.5 or under corner kick. Go to corner kick. Go to bookings as well because there will be a lot of froth in this match. And also go to goals as well because there will be go. I'm not sure of over 2.5, but over 1.5 can be real in this match. You can also go for draw or over 2.5 in this match. That's where you can go, and so that is it. Everton, Fulham, you know how it is. Everton, Brentford, Tottenham was a cracker. Chelsea, Liverpool was a cracker. In fact, Chelsea did actually so well. So based on that, Tottenham versus Manchester United in this match, what do you expect? Manchester United. So in this game, you don't expect to play Tottenham to win or Manchester to win. What you have to do is just go low and say okay under 4.5, or you play over 1.5, or you can as well say don't even play outrightly this or that to win. Just go over 1.5, under 4.5, or the case may be. Based on that, then Everton, Aston Villa. In this case, Aston Villa didn't do absolutely very well against Newcastle, but we can say that Everton did absolutely very well against Fulham. So in this case, Aston Villa would they play Everton since they are home. Is also important to say Aston Villa score goals, so you can just put it over 1.5 in this game. You can also say Aston Villa to win or draw, but it's so dicey because Everton did well against Fulham. So in this case, you can go for draw over 2.5. I expect over 1.5 mostly in this game, and also that's it. Then Chelsea, West Ham. We all know how West Ham played. West Ham did not play very well, so I'm giving this thing to Chelsea. In fact, I have to tell you that if you are playing a risky game, if you are playing outright win, go for Chelsea outright win in this game. Okay, or if you are afraid, you can say Chelsea to win or draw. You can also play draw or over 2.5, Chelsea to win over 2.5 or over 2.5, things like that. So if you want to play more risk, you can say Chelsea to win and over 1.5. It's still okay, even though West Ham is at home. Okay, just take that risk. So Crystal Palace and Arsenal. Crystal Palace, like I said, Crystal Palace did absolutely very well against. They did well last match. So what will you expect with Arsenal? And they're at home. So in this game, I'm not expecting to say Arsenal to win outrightly, but I'll just say Arsenal or draw, or can just say over 1.5 or draw or over 2.5 in this game, or you can say under 4.5, or you can go to the corners and play over 7.5 in this game. Okay, so Chelsea Luton, based on what Chelsea played against. Based on what Chelsea played against the outright win should happen in this game. There's no two ways about it. Over 1.5, over 2.5 will happen in this game. Bournemouth, Tottenham. So this is how the little we can take. Thank you very much. thank you very much. This is how the little we can take on this, because time is flying so fast, and that's it. Thank you for subscribing. Please subscribe more. Thank you very much.